Lambeau Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the... No matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Power football with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Pass play in prime position for a score.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aggies! What a catch and run for 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm. and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He's going to pass. Working that left side now. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like he threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got his man on the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll just keep slinging it. Using his feet to buy time. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college. My playmakers make quick decisions and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Looking to buy time. Nice move to stay on his feet. Good, solid tackle.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The give from the gun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Finds his man. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings, shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going
on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Makes the grab down the middle. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Works the middle. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. A little screen to the running back. Oh, what a move! Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get it?
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Leaves it with the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal. Couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie!
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Oh, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flicker, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now be in sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Escapes trouble. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
3:25. And go.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Coming after it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Nice move to keep running. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Finds a man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. First and 10 for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up.
He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot.
The defender being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the pass hits, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Right down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. They want to just keep throwing it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 4 over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. They'll leave it with him. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, going up top. He's going to take off. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Now they'll run the draw. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Crosses the 35. Quarterback gets the first down. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, TCU.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Give him 109 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, what a caught! He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Handoff to the lone back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying to move them on the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Handoff from the gun. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the ground game. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
A big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Leaves it with the running back. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 28 to Colorado State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Encroachment. Defense. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Well, the flag brings up a short 1st and 5. Offense can really get aggressive if it chooses. He wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Right back to it. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The give to the single back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10.
Get set.
He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look back.